This is Markin Out. Pro Wrestling Talk by Pro Wrestling fans. We marking out, y'all. Follow on Twitter. Pro Wrestling Talk by Pro Wrestling fans. We marking out, y'all. Marking Out. Pro Wrestling Talk by Pro Wrestling fans. We marking out, y'all. Brennan likes fisting. Pro Wrestling Talk by Pro Wrestling fans. We marking out, y'all. We're marking out. Pro Wrestling Talk by Pro Wrestling fans.
Welcome to Markin Out. Pro Wrestling Talk by Pro Wrestling fans. This is episode 782. Thanks for listening. Make sure that you check us out wherever you are downloading your podcast, such as on Spotify. Give us a 5-star rating to go with that 5-star frog splash. Check out markinout.com. Also buy a t-shirt, prowrestlingtees.com/markinout. Give us a like on Facebook. Give us a follow over on Instagram at markinout11, TikTok at markinout, and on Twitter at markinout. You can follow me on all social media platforms. That's right, it's Dave the Rave, but that's not my social media handle. You can follow me at DavidPTDPT. Follow Chris at CMSweeney85 and Chris Sweendog. And follow Brandon at BTTG161. Brandon, how are you?
I am doing awesome as always. How about yourself?
I'm doing fantastic. How was your week?
Quite the week. I went to my aunt and uncle's house for my mom's birthday on the weekend. I was showing my cousin's kids pictures of their moms and my brothers when we were their age, and they couldn't care less. I was like, how do you guys not care? I was like, this picture was taken right where you're sitting. And they couldn't care.
Nice. They no-sold it.
I got big time by a 5-year-old, maybe.
There you go.
And then, of course, we got crazy, crazy weather over the weekend. We had that crazy amount of snow on Sunday. So that was, I want to say, cool to see. I'm glad it wasn't like super crazy here, like that warning. Because they were like telling us, oh, you could have no power for up to a month. Mm-hmm. So thank God the power didn't even go out.
No power now for up to a month.
Yeah, I mean, because
where did you hear that?
Because Monday was supposed to be like super iced over, perhaps.
I didn't hear anything like that. Never.
Yeah,
reported.
they were big time warning, stuff like that.
A month and a half of no power?
I didn't say a month and a half. I said up to a month.
Up to a month? I don't know what you're watching, but it's not the news.
Yes,
Twitter.
I was watching news.
Brandon continues to get his news from trolls. Trolls on
news.
Twitter.
It wasn't Twitter.
Who reported it? Meltzer?
Yeah. But now the snow is
nice.
Iced over. It's just not ice. It's just like snow ice now. And now we're supposed to maybe get another. What's a bomb ass cyclone they call it or something?
Something like that. It's the bomb.
How was your week? You getting over that cough yet? What's the deal?
Who knows? Who knows? I cough here and there. Who knows?
I feel like I'm getting sick now.
Nice. You know? Who knows? We'll see what happens. I'm sure I'm going to cough a few times during this podcast, but hey, we are professional. That is what we do.
Well,
but something that was really cool was Saturday night main event.
I missed the fact that they used to include legends and stuff. The last, well, I guess the John Cena one, we did get that. I feel like the one prior to that, we didn't get that. Now this one, we didn't get any legends. We had Stephanie McMahon hosting it by herself because Joe Tess was stuck due to weather. But she hosted it. I think that was fine. The opening contest was supposed to be Cody Rhodes versus Jacob Fatu. Didn't happen. Because Jacob Fatu attacked Cody Rhodes before the match started. Charles Robinson got knocked down. A bunch of officials ran down. They tried to break it up. They kept going. They took it into the crowd. It went into the concourse. And then finally, when they're back into the crowd, I think it was in the crowd, McIntyre showed up. WWE Champion Drew McIntyre. And took both of them out. So
yeah,
he stood tall from that segment.
Great intro.
I thought they were going to maybe move the match to another time, but not the case.
Yeah, I thought that this was a very fun, great way to kick off the night for sure. Next up, you had Rio pick up the victory over the Kabuki Warriors to retain their tag team championships. This match was so entertaining.
It was really
I thought this the entire lineup on this event was a lot of fun to watch, but this tag team match was definitely up there as maybe the best. Maybe for me.
I mean, respectfully, I'm gonna have to say no because of the next match. But I really
did that one.
I did enjoy this tag team match. It was somewhat fast paced. That spot where Roxanne Perez hit Pop Rocks and Io kicked out at like the very, very last second, right before Rhea Ripley could break it up, had me thinking that they were about to become the champions. Obviously, people are like, botch, they botched, because that's what the IWC does. Meanwhile, Io still kicked out, so I can't call it a botch at all. I hate that the IWC exists. But then we saw
that was such a bad spot.
Bad in what way?
I saw it right away, and I was just like, oh, jeez.
What do you mean? Io kicked out. Io kicks out. I don't care what people are saying. That's not a botch. That Io kicked out.
Okay.
Rhea Ripley hit the riptide on Roxanne.
I'm not saying that she didn't kick out, but a little
Say
bit
that again?
close. I'm not saying that she didn't kick out, just a little bit close.
Why is it a little bit close if she kicks out? That adds to the excitement.
It looked like Rhea was supposed to break it up.
I mean, obviously, I assume that was what the spot was supposed to be, but at the same time, because Io kicked out, it doesn't even...
Io saved the spot.
Yeah, so it's not, to me, that's not a botch. It happened. It was saved. The spot was saved. Rhea Ripley, though, hit that riptide on Roxanne Perez. Io hit that over the moonsault. Almost gets the victory. And Raquel Rodriguez attacked Rhea Ripley, which caused her to fall onto the referee. I liked that spot. I don't know what the referee could have thought happened to them at that moment. But I like that. It was like a unique spot. I don't recall ever seeing something like that. It could have possibly happened prior, but...
That was very unique. I really liked that. I've never seen anybody do that before.
We had Stephanie Vaquer run down to brawl with Raquel Rodriguez. Liv Morgan hit the Oblivion, but Rhea Ripley tagged in during that, and she hit the Riptide and gets the victory off of that.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, very entertaining match.
Very, very. Next up is... I would presume the match of the night. AJ Styles picking up the victory over Shinsuke Nakamura. Just a total throwback to their matches in New Japan and their feuds, and just a fun match. I liked at the start where they just had a total throwback to Wrestle Kingdom, even from AJ Styles, the mask that he wore.
Yeah, I like that. It was. Have we seen him wear it on TV, or it's only just been? I can't recall.
I don't think so. I think just at Wrestle Kingdom.
And it was cool to see him. Well, we've seen him wear it on the Japan tours.
Oh yeah, I wasn't sure if that was the same one that we saw him wear, or if it was.
Well, no,
a different
this was a new
version.
mask. Obviously, it's not.
Okay.
He's not wearing the same masks.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it was cool to see this match one more time. I think it was awesome that AJ Styles had that mask. Michael Cole, of course, melted the internet because he mentioned the fact that AJ Styles had the mask for the first time against Shinsuke Nakamura in January 2016 for New Japan. And I think it's always crazy to hear Michael Cole mention the Bullet Club, mention Chaos. Obviously, that famous gif from their match in New Japan where AJ mime shoots a bullet at Shinsuke Nakamura, and Nakamura catches it and then eats the bullet. This time, they repeated that spot, and Nakamura put the bullet over his heart.
Yeah,
I thought that was cool.
That was just a nice spot. I like the spot where they just went back and forth. Where I think at some point didn't AJ go for the Kinshasa?
There was a spot like that. Before that, there was a spot where AJ rocked Shinsuke Nakamura with a knee. which I was like, is that supposed to be the Kinshasa? And it's apparently the IWC took over, and I was like, this is a reference to such and such spot from like the MMA version of Nakamura.
I don't know if any of that was actually a throwback of the MMA spot and crap like that.
I mean, it looks pretty spot on to that.
It could just be that they were doing this spot again, but I wouldn't say that it's like a... I wouldn't say that it was I don't know.
But Nakamura...
match.
Nakamura hit a Kinshasa to the back of AJ Styles' neck at one point, instantly falls down because of that calf crusher that AJ Styles had locked in earlier. He goes for another one, his knee gives out, and that's when AJ Styles hit the Kinshasa. So it was really cool to see AJ hit that in this match. Nakamura's knee being damaged came into play in this match big time. We saw Shinsuke reverse the phenomenal forearm with the landslide. AJ Styles blocked a Kinshasa, which Nakamura countered the Styles Clash attempt again. And when Nakamura set up for the Kinshasa, AJ Styles ducked it. He flew into the corner. So that takes Nakamura out temporarily. AJ eventually hits that phenomenal forearm. He hits the Styles Clash, gets the victory there. I don't think you could have asked for anything better from that match. Anything more, I should say.
I agree. I think that it held up to the end of the bargain of what we were expecting it to be. And it was an incredible bout between the two of them. Main event of the evening.
By the way, when earlier in that match, when Nakamura, AJ Styles was locked in that armbar, and I think maybe also a triangle choke at one point, AJ Styles lifted Shinsuke Nakamura out of that, and he went to turn that into a Styles Clash. I thought that was really cool too, but that's Nakamura. Mm-hmm. All Nakamura basically did was get out of the Styles Clash throughout that match.
Yeah, a lot of fun. Next up, you had it was interesting that Nakamura, after the match, put out that Instagram story, too, that they had to delete. Where he thanked AJ Styles, and then he revealed that AJ told him that Royal Rumble was going to be his last match. So, but on the other hand, who knows if that was part of the script? Maybe they want us to believe that. And then we see that something like this brought up on the next season of the Netflix show.
Well, it would probably be season 4, if anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But main event of the evening, Sami Zayn picked up the victory over Randy Orton, Trick Williams, and Damian Priest to become the number 1 contender. Big win for Sami Zayn, and I think that it was, I think I went Orton, but should have seen it coming because Sami Zayn did get that full-fledged slap to Drew McIntyre, I believe on SmackDown, to kind of amp up a potential match with the two of them. So, yeah, it was a good match. Trick Williams was phenomenal in this match.
Trick is a fantastic talent that some people like to put him down. I think he's great.
People try to put him down? How? What the hell is wrong with the IWC? What?
I said, can you guess the initials of who? It's very easy. DM.
Is it Meltzer?
Yeah.
He's such a freaking mark. I hate
Meltzer.
Everybody, if you listen to this podcast, just stop listening to Meltzer. You are over glorifying a huge super uber mark that is just only a mark. If Brandon started this podcast 30 years ago or did a newsletter 30 years ago, he would have been in the same shoes. Okay? Stop glorifying opinions.
I have insider information too. I just don't spill it out. I have no need to. But this match, Sami Zayn was obviously, they were in Montreal. He was over big time. I would not have expected him to win that at all. They made it look like Sami Zayn was going to be the one walking out of the winner, like walking out as the winner a few times. And I was just thinking, like, there's absolutely no way Sami Zayn is the one walking out as the winner. Because like you said, I went into this match knowing Randy Orton was going to be facing Drew McIntyre.
I thought that for some reason you picked Sami Zayn.
No, to me that wouldn't have made sense.
Yeah, for some reason I thought that only I picked Randy Orton. I thought that you went with Zayn on it.
So it's like, it's surprising, kind of confusing, because is he really about to lose another WWE Championship match?
Sami Zayn? Yes.
Yeah. How do you keep doing that? There's no, unless they're in Saudi Arabia. He's really over in Saudi Arabia.
I can't see Drew McIntyre losing. I think that
there's an aspect.
Sami's going to eat.
There's an aspect. Obviously, SmackDown doesn't happen before we record. There's an aspect where Cody Rhodes and Jacob Fatu could potentially get involved.
I mean, there's also an aspect that we're going to get some sort of a interference, or maybe Sami Zayn's about to give the win, but then Drew McIntyre, he's a smart wrestler. He's getting very aggressive, and, what happens if Drew McIntyre gets himself disqualified?
I don't know. I can't see how they're going to navigate that.
Disqualified, or there's a count-out victory.
We just saw that on Raw.
Yeah, true.
So, moving over to Monday Night Raw, kicked off with AJ Styles, who spoke about Gunther. He spoke about 2026 being the last year, his last year in his WWE career, he's now saying. Has me nervous. I don't know what's going to happen there, but he mentioned John Cena and how Cena showed him that he could take a year to say bye, and there's no reason why 2026 can't be the year of AJ Styles. And he wants to wrestle so many people in the locker room one more time. He wants to be the world champion one more time. And then CM Punk came out and asked him why he's putting his career on the line, and AJ Styles, I guess, kind of, he took that as CM Punk implying that Gunther is going to beat AJ, or AJ can't beat Gunther, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
And CM Punk's like, nah, that's not the case. That's not the case at all. And he starts talking about him and CM Punk, or AJ Styles and CM Punk, where they're the veterans right now or whatever of the locker room.
Mm-hmm.
And CM Punk said that if AJ Styles loses, they'll never get to go one-on-one in a WWE ring. And AJ was like, well, it's kind of disrespectful for you to say that. And again, CM Punk's like, that's not what I meant. I don't mean any disrespect. And then AJ Styles sort of challenged CM Punk to become number one contender. And CM Punk was like, screw it. If we're going to fight, let's do it for the title.
Mm-hmm.
So that gets set up for the main event.
And it was a great setup.
Yeah, Gunther was also interviewed later on and said that he doesn't care about the fans wanting more from AJ Styles, and the moments belong to him now. He took it from Goldberg. He took it from John Cena. He's going to take it from AJ Styles.
Mm-hmm.
And he joked also, he was doing the interview with Michael Cole. He joked about ending Michael Cole's career as well. I thought that was an interesting aspect to add in there, but
it was.
We've already seen Gunther versus Michael Cole in a somewhat of a feud where Pat McAfee stepped in.
I don't know. After hearing Michael Hayes pitch the idea of Pat McAfee defeating Gunther, I don't know if I want to see them go at it again.
I don't think that's going to happen, so
I don't trust them. Next up, you had Rio and Stephanie Vaquer pick up the victory over the Judgment Day, and this match was awesome.
The champions made for such an all-star team.
Mm-hmm.
I liked when Stephanie Vaquer was tagged in, and Liv Morgan didn't see the tag, so she followed Io, who's slipped. She slid out of the ring. That allowed for Stephanie Vaquer to take over for a bit. I don't recall ever seeing a spot like that. Like the referee breakup gimmick, that could have possibly been a thing that I've seen in the past, but just when I was watching Monday Night Raw, I was like, oh, that's new and fresh. I haven't seen that.
Yeah, it was cool.
But the Judgment Day did a very good job at using cheap tactics in this match and being the heels that they are. I liked the Razor's Edge to Liv Morgan into Raquel Rodriguez. I thought that was a good spot. I thought when Rhea Ripley, when Roxanne Perez went for Pop Rocks, I thought for sure Rhea was going to actually hit that Razor's Edge. And I thought that would have been cool. But the ending of this match I thought was fire. I thought when Roxanne Perez got that blind tag, the Judgment Day might have had that victory, but that was not the case.
I don't know. I thought that there were so many great moments during this matchup. Like you mentioned, that spot with the Razor's Edge was really cool. But then they had so many other great spots, and even the spot where Liv Morgan went for the Oblivion on Rhea, and Rhea prevented it from taking place. There was just so much happening during this match where you didn't want to walk away from the TV. Like, I feel like this matchup really glued you to the TV where it could have went either way, and you wanted to see who was going to win.
Yeah, and then Raquel Rodriguez went looking for Stephanie Vaquer later on, and she ran into Bayley, who was on the phone. Bayley popped me big time in that segment. I forget exactly what she said. I don't know if she was like, "I'm on the phone, you idiot," something like that. But that popped me. And then Lyra got involved. And then she kept going. Stephanie Vaquer showed up and attacked her. Adam Pearce sets a title match for next week in Philadelphia. A Philadelphia street fight between Raquel Rodriguez and Stephanie Vaquer. Could Stephanie Vaquer lose the championship next week?
I don't know. I feel like... Who is she facing again?
Raquel. What do you mean? We're talking about Raquel.
I don't think... I don't know, because then it kind of leads into the WrestleMania season. You know, Royal Rumble is the start of WrestleMania season. It's hard to see them strapping up Raquel going into WrestleMania season. I feel like Vaquer would be the person with the strap going in.
I don't know.
But
I mean,
then
you
they
have the
also have,
Judgment Day on her side in a street fight.
You do. It's very possible. I mean,
After that, we had the Vision, where Paul Heyman puts over everybody in the group, and he brought up the face-to-face meeting between Bron Breakker and Adam Pearce, and again brought up how Adam Pearce put his hands on Bron Breakker first, which is such a spin on that situation.
I like that spin.
But Adam Pearce came out and he actually apologized and said that it won't happen again. He lifted Bron Breakker's suspension. Kind of went crazy. He adds Bron Breakker to the Royal Rumble. He adds the rest of the Vision to the Royal Rumble. He sets up Austin Theory versus Rey Mysterio, which then goes on to happen, where Austin Theory gets the victory over Rey Mysterio. This match,
so much was,
a lot went into this. That combining that segment and then this match. You had Penta involved. You had Dragon Lee involved. They helped. Eventually, they had to get involved in the match. I mean, and then Rey Mysterio turned his attention away from Austin Theory, and then when he got back into the ring, Austin Theory hit him with a stomp to get that victory, and then Bron Breakker joined in to fight afterwards. The Vision, they all brawled. The referee unfortunately threw up an X for Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, it looks like potentially Rey Mysterio's knee, when they went to the outside of the ring, potentially he tweaked it or something like that. I haven't seen it. Has there been any updates since then?
I haven't seen anything. I know that he's in Saudi Arabia.
That's true. He is in Saudi Arabia. He's been posting a lot of that.
If his knee was goofed like that, I feel like how could you put him on an airplane like that that's not Alabama or something like that?
and obviously he's walking on it.
Right, yeah. I haven't seen any people post pictures or videos or anything with him like on crutches or anything.
All right, good. So, we could assume that it was just precaution. I guess precaution.
And it was very interesting because there was one spot where Austin Theory was like hardcore trying to pick up Rey Mysterio, and the referee's like arguing with him.
Yeah, I was about to bring that part up.
And then that's when they pivoted where Bron Breakker hit Penta with the spear.
Yeah, I was about to bring that spot up. That was definitely an interesting spot because, like you said, Theory was trying to lift him up, and the referee is like legit yelling at him, "Don't do it!" And then it was kind of weird because Logan Paul got the cue from Braun Breaker to lift him up, and Logan went to go do it, and then the ref said something to Logan, and Logan turned his attention to, I think, Penta, and it was definitely awkward the way that all happened, but hopefully he's okay. I mean, he's there, so hopefully he's okay.
We had a Natalya vignette where we officially have Natty on Monday Night Raw. And she spoke about
Natty
Maxine and how... What?
Natty is here.
Yeah. She spoke about how Maxine didn't fail herself when she lost. She failed Natalya. And it's not happening again on her watch. Natalya elevates, but Natty decimates is what Natty said in the video. Becky Lynch was interviewed later on, which she sided with Natty on, but also said that it'll be impossible for Natty to take the title from her. Whether this version of Natty gets a championship run with the Intercontinental Championship or something, I don't know, but it'll be interesting to see where they go now. Because I don't think we're done between Natty and Maxine. But Natty wants to focus. Natty wants the Intercontinental Championship as well, so who knows?
I feel like you can't be done with that right now. I think that, but I also right now I don't see Maxine picking up a victory over Natty, especially with Natty switching over to this new persona of hers. How can you have Natty lose at all? Right? Like, well, you know,
I think there's a way to do that. It would be to have Natty not paying attention in the Royal Rumble where Maxine eliminates her, and then that sets up a match on Monday Night Raw where Natty just beats the ever-loving heck out of Maxine.
Okay. I could see that happening. But then how do you book Natty? Like, I feel like...
I don't know.
I mean, she's going to be... In my mind, I'm seeing this as more like a Shayna Baszler tough character who... Like, I want to see her like how Shayna Baszler had that Elimination Chamber dominance. I want to see that from Natty, but I don't know how to book that properly with Natty while maintaining that. I know, it's tough. But Next up, you had Alpha Academy pick up the victory over Los Americanos, New Day, and the Creeds to become the number one contenders to the Tag Team Championships. And this was awesome. I'm just going to say while it's on my mind, I mean, Alpha Academy got fired up, I believe it was last week, by Maxine. And I feel like this is the same thing that we were seeing with... who just got fired up too? Somebody else got fired up by someone else. Oh, Finn Balor got fired up by Liv Morgan. So I'm seeing kind of like an overlap of the firing up aspect. So I thought that was kind of interesting, where Liv Morgan has fired up Finn Balor to kind of be this new Finn Balor. And on the other hand, you have Maxine doing the exact same thing with Alpha Academy. Hey,
I don't remember
maybe it's gonna
Maxine
work out
doing that.
Yeah. And I believe they had a backstage promo where they did that. I don't think it was this week. I think it was like last week or the week before. I think Maxine was backstage with them, and she kind of spoke to them in a way like, you gotta go after this and stuff like that.
I don't know how I don't remember that, but as far as this match goes, the Creeds have been gone forever, so it was nice to see them back. El Grande Americano was not ringside, and commentary spent a lot of time talking about El Grande Americano to the point where I was like, oh, it obviously makes sense that we're going to see Chad Gable, El Grande Americano, return during this and maybe get like some sort of doink segment there. That didn't happen. Grayson Waller got involved, which Otis knocked him off the apron, and then Jay took him out with a super kick. I like Jay being ringside. Obviously, he's the tag team champion. Akira Tozawa ends up hitting that senton, which was almost broken up, and Otis stopped it, and they got the victory. And I was very happy to see Alpha Academy get that win, because when we saw Otis talk to Jey Uso a few weeks ago and be like serious, like I want a title shot. And we were saying how it'll probably be like an actual match. It's not going to be some like goofy, like quick, oh, here's Alpha Academy in a match. We're going to actually see them wrestle. Akira Tozawa. I don't know when the last time we saw him do the stuff that he's done in that match.
I know, it's been such a while. And you could see, like, they were showing kind of Tozawa being a bit emotional after as well. And I thought it was good to see them pick up this victory. I think that, I don't know. I don't really know if they're going to win.
I would much rather see Alpha Academy be champions than the Usos right now when they're not even coming out to the Usos theme song.
Yeah, I agree with you.
But I don't see them winning the titles.
I know.
But
main
I'd be
event
here
of
for
the
it.
evening. Yeah, same. Main event of the evening, CM Punk picked up the victory over AJ Styles, but it was by disqualification. With Finn Balor getting involved. But this matchup, I mean, from start to finish, was so much fun. It was excellent, and the fans were behind it the entire way. It was. You had your throwbacks in this matchup too, kind of.
I think this was crazy to see following that match at Saturday night's main event. Because we haven't really been getting like the AJ Styles retirement tour, but when you look at it, we kind of have. And then to go from Nakamura versus AJ Styles, which we have seen in WWE before, to CM Punk versus AJ Styles, a match that we have not seen one-on-one in WWE before on TV. Or maybe even ever. I don't know if they've done that at live events or what, but it's crazy. It's also really sad to think that this could be AJ Styles' final match on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, it's really. I mean, how great is that though? Within pro wrestling, is that we're buying in that this could actually be his retirement match, or at least within the WWE, this could be his retirement.
Yeah, but
match
I don't need to see him go elsewhere.
I want to see him in TNA.
But that doesn't mean you have to retire from WWE. Like, you can 100% still be.
I feel like I don't know. I don't like the term retirement if he's going to go somewhere else. But that's also the other thing too. I don't know if I feel like AJ Styles is on the same side as John Cena, where if he retires, that's like it. So I can't see him retiring from this match. I could see him finishing up this year and then going to somewhere else, but I can't see him retiring.
If he's finishing up this year, he's finishing up. He said 2026 will be his final year in wrestling.
That I believe. I mean, like, I could see him finishing up maybe on his own terms, like maybe SummerSlam and then doing half a year somewhere else, maybe ending in TNA.
I don't know. He's always said I'm ending in WWE, so I don't know why he would end.
That's
in
true
TNA.
too.
I liked when CM Punk went for that step up Enziguri, and AJ Styles almost turned it into a Styles clash. It didn't work, but I thought that was awesome. He then went for a sliding knee on the apron to CM Punk. CM Punk turned it into a GTS on the floor.
That was a cool spot. You had CM Punk go for that Samoa Joe chop kick. Knee drop special.
Yeah. Styles did eventually. He did eventually hit the Styles Clash. Did you say somebody didn't like it?
The IWC.
Oh, I don't think.
Of course.
Oh no, they just think CM Punk looked. I'm not even repeating it.
Yeah.
CM Punk, not CM Punk. AJ Styles went for the phenomenal forearm, which CM Punk was able to knock the ropes. To knock AJ Styles off. Eventually, AJ Styles went for another Styles Clash, which CM Punk almost got another GTS out of. They're in the corner, and that's when Finn Balor showed up and attacked them. I don't know. Finn Balor ended Monday Night Raw on top. Earlier, he spoke to CM Punk, and he gave CM Punk the respect back from last week. And then he spoke to Adam Pearce. He tried to get into the Royal Rumble, and Adam Pearce was like, it's full. Sorry. And then people were like, well, how did Miz get into the Royal Rumble? Different brand, sorry. How did Brock Lesnar get to be in if it's full? Different entity, sorry.
Plus, who knows? Plus, maybe he just knows how everything else is being filled up.
Right.
And he knows all the spots are filled.
So, at this point, I'm even more puzzled with who Adam Pearce was talking to on the phone. I definitely don't think it's Scott Steiner anymore.
I don't think it was Vince McMahon.
I don't know who it could be. Like, that'll be like that big shock factor. Unless it like the only other person would have to be The Rock. I don't know who else would fit that role. I don't know who would have that control in WWE like that.
And it's very possible to be The Rock. We're going into WrestleMania season.
And then, of course, you had spoken about Finn Balor talking to Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan was absolutely disgusted with Finn Balor showing respect for CM Punk. And she reminded Finn Balor that the Judgment Day wants him to become champion. CM Punk doesn't want him to become champion. So Finn Balor takes that into consideration, beats down both of them, continues to beat down CM Punk. I think he hit like 3 coup de graces on Punk. So,
yeah, so many. I mean, with that entire spot, though, I think that he was supposed to put Punk through the barricade.
I mean, probably.
It looked like it because he hit him once with that drop kick going through and it didn't break, and then he does it again and it doesn't break, but it kind of like starts to go a little bit. Like you hear the back of the...
I will say that.
Huh?
I said I liked it better.
Agreed. I think that doing it in the ring was the perfect spot because I feel like his finish should have been that.
No, what do you mean? He wasn't... I don't think that was supposed to be the end of the segment.
Oh, you don't think that barricade spot was supposed to be the end?
I don't.
Okay.
I definitely don't.
All right.
Moving over to NXT, we were supposed to see Joe Hendry in a match to potentially make it into the ladder match for the championship, but the Vanity Project was backstage with a chair. Joe Hendry was laid out. You put the math together, it seemed like they might have taken him out. Ava had to call an audible. She puts out Dark State versus OTM. Dark State retains. I think the match was good, but I've been saying this, they desperately need to build up both teams.
I agree with you, and I don't know.
And they need to do a better job at building these titles.
Agreed. I do like OTM's potential more than Dark State, though.
The Vanity Project got involved. Sugars was able to use the ropes to get the victory. Hank and Tank ran out to brawl with everybody. And then Chase, you got involved. It didn't seem like Kel Dixon wanted to get involved there, but Uriah Connors was all about that. The Culling then attacked Dark State afterwards from behind. So a lot of stuff went into that tag team opening. And then Andre Chase yelled at Uriah for going out there in the first place. Lexus King, on the other hand, caught Uriah and said that he's glad that he's been listening because his father should be proud. And I'll put a pin in that.
Next up, you had Jada Parker pick up the victory over Nikita Lyons. Earlier in the evening, you had Nikita Lyons standing up for Blake Monroe, letting her know she's going to take care of business.
Yeah, and it's been a long time since we've seen Nikita Lyons on TV. I think, almost a year maybe, if I'm not mistaken. She did do some Evolve shows, but I thought this match was good. Nothing for the IWC to complain about with Nikita Lyons, in my opinion, here.
I don't know. I still have my stance about previously, but I'm open to being wrong. You know, but Jada Parker was incredible too.
New finisher. Not sure I don't know. I don't think it suits her.
I don't know.
But Blake Monroe appeared on the screen afterwards and said that nobody steals her spotlight and nobody gets away with doing that. So she'll see her soon. Where, we don't know.
Yeah,
obviously
we'll see what happens. But next up, you had Lennox pick up the victory over Miles Bourne to advance to the ladder match. I was actually surprised, but
pretty even.
Yeah.
But Ethan Page came out and he started cheering on Miles Bourne. He was happy with the aggression that Miles Bourne was using. But Dion Lennox used the ropes. The referee ends up catching him. But the referee didn't catch him thumbing Miles Bourne's eye. And at one point, Ethan Page slipped Miles the championship to use. He distracted the referee and he sets up to go use that title, and then the referee gets undistracted, sees him use that title, sees him attempt the title, takes it away, and then off of that, Dion Lennox was able to get the victory.
Yeah, I feel like Lennox is the standout of Dark State.
I would say that as well. And then Ethan Page yelled at Miles Bourne afterwards and said that he'll never win if he doesn't take Ethan's advice, and Miles Bourne took the title, clocked him with it. I guess taking his advice.
Yeah.
You had Tony D'Angelo come out, and he asked Ava why she bailed him out. Or not come out. They spoke backstage. And she said that NXT needs Tony D'Angelo. And she asked him if he's in or out, and he said that he needed Ava's attention. And he'll let her know his intentions next week. And she warned him not to interfere with that ladder match. I don't know where that's leading to at all.
Yeah, I don't know. Not sure about it.
Like, it's possible that we could maybe see it be an 8-man ladder match and he ends up winning that title next week.
I don't know if she would just insert him right into there.
I don't know.
You know, I can't see that. But next up, you had Lexis King pick up the victory over Tavion Heights. Is it just me, or is it Tavion Heights losing a lot recently? I feel like they were building him for a bit, like in a feud with Lexis King, but then recently Heights has been eating up a few losses.
Well, this one you had, I don't want to say outside interactions, but you had Stax and Ariana Grace come out, which I don't think that tied into this match. And I feel like Lexis King actually controlled a lot of the match, which, I mean, it was surprising to see that, especially with you saying, well, like, they were building up Tavion Heights.
Mm-hmm.
So it was kind of surprising to see Lexis King control most of the match. But after he won, Lexis King said that this is just the beginning. And then later on, the Ren QCC, or the No Quarter Catch Crew, whatever, backstage hanging out, they spoke with Charlie Dempsey. And Ariana Grace was like, "You're one of us." Which is also weird because I believe on-screen wise, he invaded TNA with them like a month or so ago.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like weird that never, like, they did that and then they never spoke about it again. But it seems like we could potentially get a group of second generation plus Stax, I guess. Stax by association. And, I mean, nothing for nothing, there's rumors that David Finlay might be done with New Japan. Uriah Connors pieced out. He left the Performance Center this week. So maybe he will be joining this group with Lexis King. Maybe they will have Charlie Dempsey join.
It's possible.
I mean, you got Brian Pillman there. You got Finlay. You got William Regal. You got, I mean, it could make this like second generation, third generation, fourth generation. I'm not sure what the Finlays are yet off the top of my head, but could make one of those. And of course with Ariana Grace, second generation. So It should be interesting to see that. Also, earlier on, we had the Elegance brand cut a promo, and they spoke about Zaruka. Ash by Elegance called them fake friends. We're seeing that match take place soon, I think next week. But it sets up this match. We saw Thea Hale pick up the victory over Zarya, which stemmed from that backstage segment. Sol Ruka was nowhere to be found. And also, I have a feeling she'll be in the Royal Rumble. And that'll continue to be like, well, what the hell, bro? I needed you on NXT. You were off in Saudi Arabia or something like that.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
But Izzy Dame did commentary here. And Izzy said that she's not giving anyone title rematches or anything like that. The match itself, I would say Zarya was controlling more of it than Thea Hale was. But Thea Hale was locked in for the match. I liked when she went for that senton. She didn't realize that Zarya was up, and Zarya caught her, dropped her. I thought that was a great spot.
I agree.
Zarya also powered out of the Kimura and then speared Thea Hale. Thea Hale countered that F5 with a DDT. I wasn't expecting that.
Mm-hmm.
At the ending of the match, you saw Tatum Paxley show up. She attacked Izzy Dame on commentary. They ran through the ring. That distraction led to Thea Hale getting a quick roll-up on Zarya. Had Sol Ruka been there, it might have been different.
Things would be different. But
and then,
on the
and
other
then the
hand,
aftermath, you have Fatal Influence come out. Thea Hale was like, I have your back here to Zarya. Zarya, in turn, hits the F5 on Thea Hale.
Yeah.
She challenged she challenged Fatal Influence to get in the ring. They backed off, so it's very interesting.
We also had Ava take that phone call saying how the women's division is very deep, and whoever's on the phone call, whatever they need, they could have. So we don't know who was on that phone call, but I guess that's maybe where Sol Ruka is.
And we will see a North American Championship match next week between Thea Hale, Lola Vice, and Izzy Dame defending the title.
Mm-hmm.
Which, by the way, speaking of Lola Vice, I think it would be quite a huge miss if they don't put Mr. Iguana in the Royal Rumble. So I'm gonna say he'll be appearing.
I kind of think so as well. But main event of the evening, Keanu Carver picked up the victory over Andre Chase to advance in the ladder match. I think this was a given.
But also, Andre Chase came in hot here. I thought we were going to see him control more of the match.
Mm-hmm.
And, really hold the match. That wasn't the case here.
True.
But, yes, I don't think Andre Chase was walking out of this.
No. Especially Carver the week before, just tearing up house.
And he continued the attack after the match. He stomped him on the steps. He took off that mask. Nobody came out to help Andre Chase.
Mm-mm.
So we're going to be seeing Ricky Saints, Shiloh Hill, Shawn Legacy, Jackson Drake, Dion Lennox, and Keanu Carver in that ladder match. There was a moment where Ava was like, if Joe Hendry is cleared, he will be in it. And the show ended with all the participants in the ring. Ricky Saints came out and sat on a ladder to cut his portion of the promo. But everybody ends up brawling. Ricky Saints ends up climbing the ladder to grab the championship, and then Joe Hendry's music hit. He showed up, hit the standing ovation on Ricky Saints, and then Carver put him down. So right now it is a 7-man ladder match with Joe Hendry included. And obviously they're setting up Keanu Carver to be that next NXT champion. Do I see that happening? Not necessarily. I would like to see Joe Hendry win it.
Okay.
But if Tony D'Angelo is in it, then I have to assume that Tony D'Angelo is winning that title.
I kind of feel like D'Angelo is going to pick up that victory. But who knows? A lot could happen.
Yeah. So that's NXT. Moving over to SmackDown. It kicked off with Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes mentioned Jacob Fatu. He mentioned Drew McIntyre. And he said Drew McIntyre may have gotten the WWE Championship, but he's nowhere to be found. He's not being a leader that he promised he would be or something like that. And then Randy Orton came out and said that there's nothing more dangerous than him chasing his 15th reign. He also reminded Cody Rhodes that he won the Rumble twice as well. Jey Uso came out. He did his shtick. Sami Zayn came out. He said he's never lost a match in Saudi Arabia. He doesn't plan to do so. He's planning to walk out as WWE Champion. The Vision came out. Paul put Braun Breaker over. Randy Orton challenged them to come to the ring for a fight. Nick Aldis set that up as the main event. You had Carmelo Hayes pick up the victory over Rey Fenix to retain. This was an awesome match. Eventually, Carmelo Hayes hit the first 48. He hit nothing but net. Ultimately, what I could say about this match is go watch it. I think these open challenges are always so enjoyable to watch. A lot of fun. I wish we had something like this for the women as well. I don't know if that would be overkill. I don't know if they even have a roster deep enough to necessarily do that. But I would like to see that maybe for the Intercontinental Championship or something. You had The Miz speak to Ilya Dragunov after that, trying to convince him that Melo had him push Dragunov off the top rope last week. And that sets up a match later on. Melo also told Dragunov that it wasn't true. Dragunov kind of believed Miz. And later on, Ilya Dragunov picked up the victory over The Miz. Miz put in some work in this match, which I feel like you have to when you're facing Ilya Dragunov. Miz, at one point, countered the H-bomb with a DDT. I thought the setup for that was perfect. He was on the mat, kicked out Dragunov's leg to get him in the position for that DDT. Went for the skull-crushing finale, but Dragunov reversed it. Miz almost right away gets into those it kicks. I thought that was really well done. He went for a diving move. I don't know what move necessarily Miz was going for, but he got rocked with a Torpedo Moscow, and then he got hit with the H-bomb, and Miz lost. I thought that was a really good ending there. I thought that was really well done. Going back in time, Charlexa came out, kind of argued about the Royal Rumble, basically saying, I'm not going to hesitate to throw you out. The Judgment Day came out, and Liv Morgan said that one of them will end up winning the Royal Rumble. Charlotte challenged them for a fight. They went to go to the ring to tease them fighting. And then Liv Morgan said, psych. They backed up. Nick Aldis was like, nah, psych on you. You're getting a match. Sets up a tag team match. Charlexa gets the victory over the Judgment Day. I liked the blind tag spot at the start because it allowed for Liv Morgan to take Charlotte down. I hated that they did that same pin spot that Phoenix and Carmelo Hayes did, though. But Charlotte hit the moonsault on Liv Morgan and Roxanne Perez. Liv Morgan kicked out of that. Eventually, Raquel Rodriguez got involved, and it allowed for Roxanne to take out Charlotte's knee. But Stephanie Vicaire showed up. She took Raquel out. And from that, Alexa Bliss was able to hit the Sister Abigail DDT to get the victory. I thought this was an enjoyable match. Backstage, Jordynne Grace was talking. And Jade Cargill interrupted. That led to them brawling. You had Axiom pick up the victory over Johnny Gargano. Nick Aldis barred Candice LeRae from ringside. And he also said that if Axiom beats Johnny Gargano, he gets his mask back. With Tommaso Ciampa in AEW now, I hope it doesn't mean that Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRae are going to be following there, but especially because this match was enjoyable. I enjoy seeing Johnny Gargano and Candice on TV when they, give us them on TV. Also, hopefully, Ciampa beats Mark Briscoe for that championship on Collision. If he doesn't, I feel like that's just a cycle that happens over and over again. Axiom, at one point, picked up his mask during the match, and he went for that golden ratio, but him picking up that mask caused him, that brief moment of hesitation. Johnny Gargano was able to hit him with the super kick, and then Johnny ripped his mask off. And when he was faced away, Axiom was able to put on that other mask rock Johnny Gargano with that golden ratio and get the victory off of that. I thought that was a good ending as well. Yet AJ Styles come out and cut a promo, and he told people, don't worry about the Royal Rumble. And he teased one more time matches with a few other people. Gunther interrupted and just said that he's going to end AJ Styles' career just like he did John Cena. He's going to make him tap out. And AJ was like, last time I checked, you're the one that tapped out. That fired up Gunther. He got up on the apron. AJ squared up, ready to fight, but Gunther left. So, we'll see what happens with AJ Styles, obviously, at the Royal Rumble. The main event of SmackDown saw Cody Rhodes teaming up with Randy Orton, Jey Uso, Sami Zayn, picking up the victory over the Vision via disqualification. The Vision started this fight before Cody even got out there. Finally runs down. They all start brawling. I think it was cool to hear the crowd still singing Cody's theme song after the song was like long off already. But they finally got everything under control. They started the match. Overall, this was like a random all-star tag team match. The crowd went super nuts for that hot tag with Randy Orton. They did the Rumble elimination spot. I feel like you had to have expected that for at least one of the matches before the actual Royal Rumble. Randy Orton ended up hitting an RKO on Austin Theory. And Logan Paul broke that up. That triggered the move gimmick. And Sami Zayn, at one point, I guess, goes for that haluva kick. Drew McIntyre showed up and attacked Sami. Jacob Fatu showed up and attacked Drew McIntyre. Cody Rhodes attacked Jacob Fatu. They all brawled. Sami Zayn ended up hitting a haluva kick on Drew McIntyre when McIntyre was in the corner already trying to set up for the Claymore. I thought that was a great spot. And then it ends. Sami Zayn goes to pick up the WWE Championship. Cody Rhodes goes to pick up the WWE Championship. They both pick it up. They're staring at one another. Boom. Braun Breaker. Spears both of them in half. That ends SmackDown. You had to have expected stuff like that. I think that puts Braun Breaker over big time. But that is SmackDown. Going to do predictions for the Royal Rumble taking place in Saudi Arabia in a makeshift parking lot stadium.
Yeah, crazy to watch them build that too.
You have, I don't even want to talk about this match, AJ Styles versus Gunther. Career threatening. If AJ Styles loses, he'll be forced to retire from in-ring competition.
How do we go about this?
I'm going to say AJ Styles because I can't have that be over yet.
You know what? I'm actually going to agree with you. I do think that AJ Styles is going to win. Next up, you have a singles match for the Undisputed WWE Championship. Drew McIntyre defending against Sami Zayn. I'm going to go Drew McIntyre.
I mean, I don't want to see Drew McIntyre lose that title yet, but I don't want to see Sami Zayn lose the WWE Championship match again.
It could be that interference again.
I'm going to say Sami Zayn wins this match.
What? Oh, wait.
I can't have him lose another WWE Championship match.
But tell me how. Is he going to be champion?
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, so you're just saying Sami wins, but it could be by DQ, could be interference, could be anything where he doesn't leave.
It's possible
as champion.
Yeah. Let's go with that because I mean, also there's a possibility that it turns into Jacob Fatu attacking Sami Zayn, and that's where Sami wins the match. But there's also the opportunity where Jacob Fatu or Cody Rhodes, most likely Jacob Fatu attacks Drew McIntyre, and then that's Drew McIntyre winning the match. But I'm going to stick with Sami Zayn.
I don't know if we're going to. I mean, I don't know.
Women's Royal Rumble. I said my pick the other week. I'm picking Liv Morgan. I'm sticking with Liv Morgan.
Well, I picked her as my winner. So, actually, did we pick winners for the Royal Rumble?
I did, yeah. We all did.
At the beginning last year, though?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't write them down. Who I picked.
I said L.A.
Damn.
Knight.
Oh wait,
and
no, I
Liv
did.
Morgan.
Rhea Ripley. There it is. I did write it down. I'm going Rhea Ripley. I'm sticking with her. What before we go to the men's? First off, who do you think is going to be a surprise? I mean, Bianca Belair.
Also, did you just? Oh, you said before we go on to the men's?
Yeah, before we go to the men's, who do you think is like going to be the surprises of the women's? We can assume Sol Ruka.
Well, it's not even. That's not to me. That's not a surprise.
Okay, so who do you think not on the roster or not present on the roster? Who do you think is going to be there?
Honestly, I think if you're going to have somebody from another company or whatever, I think Lei Ying Lee needs to be in that match. She's the current champion, so.
True. Would be a good spot for her. Would be a good spot.
But yeah, I don't know who else.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe like a Molly Holly?
Don't think so.
Well, because she's going to probably be there already.
I'm pretty sure.
Because doesn't she work
we just
backstage?
Saw her recently.
I mean, yeah, it's possible. Yeah. All right. So we don't really know too many other surprises outside of the TNA champ and Holly.
Actually, we didn't see her recently. That was 2022.
Jeez, that's been a while. Could be.
I feel like if you're in Saudi Arabia,
Stratus?
I feel like you have to give Trish Stratus and Lita as well.
Yeah, I feel like Trish could be there. I don't know about Lita. I could see Trish.
I'm picking LA Knight.
I am picking Braun Breaker. We got Brock Lesnar entering it, saying on the Pat McAfee show that he's confirming that he's in it. I think Seth Rollins is going to be there in it. I think he'll return.
I saw that clip.
I didn't see the clip. I didn't see the
full clip, but it cuts off where it looks like a Curb Your Enthusiasm theme would play.
Oh, I have to watch it. I mean, if Seth Rollins is in it, do you think that he will? If Seth Rollins is in it, he could be the reason Braun Breaker doesn't win.
Yeah, obviously.
You know, so, unless the Vision interferes with that.
I think with Brock Lesnar being in the Royal Rumble, Obafemi has to eliminate Brock Lesnar.
That'd be huge.
That has to happen.
I mean, we have Roman Reigns too,
which I can't believe is happening.
I mean,
the odds-on favorite to win are Roman Reigns, and
I can't see
good on that.
Like, I don't understand why though. I mean, I feel like the person that would eliminate Obafemi would have to be Roman Reigns.
There's a possibility where Mr. Beast can be eliminating Logan Paul. I'm going to put that out there.
That'd be interesting.
Powerhouse Hobbs could be making his debut.
True. Do you think Speed?
I don't think so. I don't think that would make sense.
No, but it would be a huge talked about moment.
We literally just got that, so.
Nah, true.
But I think I would like to see Powerhouse Hobbs. I don't know how you navigate that, because do you have him break records in there? Where does he go from the Royal Rumble?
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, there's the potential return of Chris Jericho.
True. I don't think we're going to get to that over there.
We shall see, and that is the Royal Rumble predictions. Going to take a quick little break, and I'll be right back here on Markin Out.
This is Amazing Kong, and you're listening to Markin Out.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Markin Out episode 782. Going to talk about AAA real quick. Give some quick results. You got Laredo Kid pick up the victory over Mini Vikingo and Octagon Jr. to retain the championship. This match, at times, was incredibly wild. Mini Vikingo was crazy. I don't recall ever seeing him before, but I was impressed. You had El Hijo del Dr. Wagner Jr. pick up the victory over Mecha Wolf to retain the championship as well. They introduced El Fantasma ringside before this, which, I mean, it's kind of funny because he was there last week and they didn't introduce him. But after the match, Wagner spoke about Escobar and told him to come get the title. Penta was interviewed. He announced that he'll be at Rey de Reyes to hand the winner the sword of the tournament. I thought maybe it would be like a special attraction match with him and Phoenix, but he just spoke about the tournament. You have Jack Cartwheel, Aerostar, Apollo Crews, and La Parka facing off in the first round this coming week. You had the main event, Pagano and Psycho Clown picked up the victory over Motor City Machine Guns, NGD, and Tokyo Bad Boys to retain the titles. It was cool to see the Motor City Machine Guns in a setting like this. Afterwards, Panic Clown was taken out backstage, and we don't know who did it yet, but I'm sure we'll find out. You had TNA Impact open up with the System. Brian Myers said that they did what they did because it had to be done. Eddie Edwards trashed Moose. He trashed JDC. And then Alicia Edwards came out, yelled at Eddie, and she mentioned how her contract's coming up and kind of threatened to walk. And Eddie said, "You're either with us or against us," basically, and she left. You had Nick Nemeth pick up the victory over BDE, which stemmed from last week when Nemeth saw BDE backstage, just sitting backstage playing video games. And I thought maybe he would get a quick win eventually in the match. And there was a moment where he did hit that running knee. He hit the frog splash. Could have gotten the victory there, but Nemeth kicked out. He went for that cutter that he does, the springboard cutter. And Nick Nemeth reversed it with that zigzag, got the victory there. Then Ryan Nemeth showed up. He put Nick over. Nick left. And he called out Mara Sade. And he said that he's deserved nothing that she's been putting him through, basically. And he wanted her to admit that he's superior. I think he wanted an apology. She ended up punching him. And then he caught a super kick that she was going for and clotheslined her. After that, Stax picked up the victory over Hometown Man. I thought that the hat spot early on was nice. I like that hat spot. But Stax wanted to use the title at one point. Ariana refused to give it to him because she's keeping her promise to Santino. He ended up taking it. She grabbed it back. And the Hometown Man almost won, but he raked Hometown Man's eyes, rolled him up, used the ropes. She didn't see him use the ropes. But Stax questioned her about not helping him, and she said that she's keeping her promise. And Stax said that he did it his way. I don't know if she necessarily knows that, but Santino got involved. We'll see what happens there. Elijah picked up the victory over Jason Hotch. You had Order 4 distract Elijah, which allowed for Hotch to dive out onto Elijah. And then I think with all of the outside distractions and involvement here, it probably could have gone either way. But Elijah hit the knee, he hit the tombstone, got the victory. John Skyler attacked Elijah afterwards, and Mustafa Ali went to use Elijah's guitar. He ends up escaping. Order 4 took off, and then backstage, Jada Stone was cutting a promo, only to be interrupted by Order 4. Tasha Steelz ended up slapping her, and Elijah helped her up. That sets up a tag team match for next week. You had Elena Black pick up the victory over Ruthie J. Daria Ray was on commentary hyping her up. I think this was the perfect enhancement talent sort of match. The only thing I would change from Elena Black right now is the theme song. I feel like it takes too long to get going. There's no real crowd involvement level to it. You're just sit there listening to silence at one point, basically. So I would change that. But outside of that, hopefully we'll see more bigger matches coming from Elena Black in the upcoming weeks. After that, they have the Feast or Fired briefcase reveals. Trey Miguel got an international championship shot. Eddie Edwards got a TNA championship shot. Steve Macklin got fired. Eric Young got an X Division title shot, and I really hope Steve Macklin goes to NXT. I think in NXT, he'll be pushed to the main event. He'll be utilized properly this time. I think it will do him wonders. Main event saw Rich Swann pick up the victory over AJ Francis in a no-holds-barred match. This was, I wasn't expecting this match. I truly wasn't. Rich Swann at one point hit the stomp on the steps, and honestly, I thought that could have been it. It wasn't. Rich Swann brought a bunch of chairs into the ring, and AJ Francis speared him onto the chairs. He then tried to chokeslam Rich Swann from the top rope. Swann countered that with a Hurricane Rana. They go off the apron. AJ Francis goes through 2 tables. Francis kicked out of a Phoenix Splash. He used the chain, and Rich Swann kicked out of that. That Styles Clash, almost powerbomb spot that happened on the entranceway was crazy. And I thought that chain spot was about to be the ending. He kicked out. AJ Francis put the garbage can over Swann, starts beating him with the chair. Swann somehow kicks out. And then AJ tried to chokeslam Rich Swann from the middle of the rope again. Swann reversed that onto the chairs, beat AJ with the chair, hit the frog splash, got the victory. That was a very unexpected match. And then backstage, Kazarian told Daria that they need to talk, and that's how Impact ended. So those are the results for TNA Impact. Hey, Brandon, got any shout-outs?
Why did the chicken cross the road to listen to Brandon's shoutouts? Waka waka.
Springsteen, Deliver Me From Nowhere gets the first shout-out. I saw a bunch of mixed reactions and reviews to this movie, but it's finally out on Hulu and Disney Plus if you got that whole plan gimmick. I watched it, and I actually enjoyed this movie. It's not 100% true to Bruce Springsteen's story, but they added a woman to represent a bunch of his relationships at that time period. And I think Jeremy Allen White did it's obviously, like, I can't, like, see Jeremy Allen White and be like, oh, that's Bruce Springsteen. But I think he did a good job at portraying Springsteen enough. And it takes place in the 80s as Bruce is getting off the River Tour. He starts working on the Nebraska album. It also explores his relationship with his father. And I was pretty surprised that Jeremy's actually singing in the movie. And I think the soundtrack is really well done. It's also...
I never get into these movies.
I don't know. I sometimes it's like...
Oh, yeah, I mean, you love music.
Yeah.
I don't know. For me, I just could never get into these movies where it's like the life of whoever. Just never really attracted me to watch.
One of the scenes, they spoke about something happening around January 25th, and I was like, oh, that's pretty funny, because I watched it on, I think, January 24th. And then it also, I think, is funny because January 25th kind of lines up with the last time I saw Bruce Springsteen in concert. I was on a cruise ship. Coincidentally, there was a huge snowstorm. This happened back in 2016. And I almost missed the show at Madison Square Garden because they gave us an extra day to avoid the snow. So that concert was January 27th in 2016. So it was funny to hear that.
Springsteen would be a fun concert to go to.
Yeah, I've seen him a few times, only once as like the main headliner. Like I've seen him part of the history of the rock, not a history of the rock and roll. What was it called? The anniversary of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I saw him like headline that, but that wasn't like his own show. I saw him perform with Tom Morello at Pete Seeger's birthday party as well. But yeah, that concert in 2016, and Bruce Springsteen puts on a phenomenal concert.
Just full concert, you've only seen him once, though.
But technically twice, though, because the history... Why do I keep saying history? The 25th anniversary of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame was headlined by Bruce Springsteen. He did a huge set, so it was like technically.
Oh, he did a huge set. Okay, I gotcha.
But it wasn't just Bruce.
Yeah.
My next shout out goes to Disneyland Handcrafted, which they released on Hulu, Disney Plus, and YouTube. I guess they really wanted to have people watch this documentary. It was directed by Leslie Iwerks, who is the daughter of Don Iwerks, the granddaughter of Ub Iwerks. Ub is the co-creator of Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, as well as Mickey Mouse. And Don worked as a technician for Disney. But this documentary, man, they went through like, I think it was like 200 hours of unseen footage from the making of Disneyland, and they put it into this documentary. And it's truly incredible to see them building Disneyland in color. Mm-hmm. And if you're a fan of like behind the scenes videos of them actually building things and showing backstage things, I would highly recommend watching this. I thought it was really cool to see everything there. And then my last thing, I don't know, it's not a shout out, it's not an anti-shout out, but because I'm like, I don't know, iffy about the whole thing. 2K really disappointed me with 2K25, so I'm leaning more towards anti-shout out territory, but I feel like we have to talk about WWE 2K26, which by the time this is already out, there's already going to be more information because they're releasing more information on Friday. But they announced multiple editions of this week. They started with the Attitude Era edition, and then they announced the Monday Night Wars edition, which I would have assumed was going to be like the Bloodline edition from this year. And then they went on to announce the King of Kings edition as the deluxe edition, which we have not had for at launch before. So it was very weird to have that. It was very confusing. Mm-hmm. They put out teases as well. And they were breaking it up into like day by day. They were releasing more of the pictures. One of the pictures in the scene is an iguana. So I think it looks good for Mr. Iguana being there. Mm-hmm. At one point, after the first reveal, I think it was like, oh my God, that's Zack Ryder's logo on the wall. They revealed more. It's very much so not Zack Ryder's logo, which is why I hate them doing these stupid guessing games.
It doesn't make sense to me. And then to me, it's just, they just use AI for this too. Yes.
Randy Orton made it onto the thing, which was corrected. Mm-hmm. But 1 year when they were doing like this for the DLC, they literally wrote Luna. Luna was written in the goddamn thing. Wasn't in the game. It just happened to be the backdrop that they picked or something that happened to have the word Luna on it. So I wish they would stop doing this. I don't know if... Well, actually, no, I do know at this point. They had the website with the rating for the game. We now know that it's not, again, it's not official, but like the rating website kind of confirmed it. It's not on Last Gen anymore. So I think that'll be a positive step. It really sucks that it's not. I would have been devastated if I'm on PlayStation 4 still. But it's not on that system anymore. We know because of that ratings thing as well that thumbtacks are back in the game. In what way, we don't know. But I'm happy to see
which is awesome.
Thumbtacks again. We know Inferno matches are back. 3 Stages of Hell is back. I Quit is back, which I hope they really changed. And now we know that the dumpster match will make its debut. If it's anything like the casket and ambulance match, you can keep it. And I swear to God, I want to punch my fist through the screen every time I play that. 2 of the worst matches I've ever played in a video game. Truly. So I hope we get like the finishers that if you build up 3 finishers or something, you could use that to get an instant win. I hate those matches. Mm-hmm. So right now, and obviously there's rumors that CM Punk is the cover. That gets revealed at 9 a.m. By the time I record SmackDown, we'll know. So maybe I'll mention it by then. I don't know. Hopefully the game is good. Hopefully it doesn't suck. Hopefully, and that's another thing with these editions. The Monday Night Wars edition, the Attitude Era edition. We have all of this in the game already. Like right now, I can't fathom what will be part of those additions to make it different. I'll end it there right now. Those are my shout outs. Now it's time for
Mark Out Moment of the Week.
That is right, our Mark Out Moment of the Week. I'm going to go out of order just because I was just talking about it. I did mark out when they announced the Monday Night Wars edition. In the trailer, they show Medusa throwing the WWF Women's Championship in the garbage can. Right now, at the time of recording, I don't know if she's in it, but if you're showing her, how do you not put Medusa in there? Are they legally allowed to use the name Medusa? I don't know.
I mean, I would think so, no?
And, well, I don't know, because all her cards, they don't say Medusa, they still say Alundra Blaze. Even though it is Medusa on the picture. And if Medusa does make it, I really hope we get to see Alundra Blaze and then the older Alundra Blaze from 2K25 making its return.
Mm-hmm.
I hope we see WCW versions of Molly Holly. I think that'd be pretty cool. There are a few other superstars off the top of my head I can't really think of, but I don't know what Monday Night Wars means without... I mean, Jericho is a huge person you need for the Monday Night Wars.
I mean, Foley.
Mick Foley, yeah. Mick Foley, I feel like this could be his last game. Maybe he was supposed to be on the cover, got replaced by Triple H. I don't know.
Yeah.
Another
New
huge
Age Outlaws?
name. Yeah, well, New Age Outlaws are in the game. They were DLC last year. Another huge Monday Night War person that I don't... There's not going to be a chance that he's in the game is Sting.
Yeah, Sting, Big Show.
Unless they pulled some sort of miracles and Sting and Big Show are in there, man. I don't know. I'm hoping Shane McMahon makes his return to the game. We'll see.
I can't see any of those.
I don't know. I just have to hope and pray that the game is... Somebody posted the prices too, and it seems like that Monday Night Wars edition is even more expensive than the Bloodline edition. Which again has me even more puzzled with what the hell could you possibly give us that we don't already have in 2K25? I'm hoping that AAA is involved big time. I'm hoping TNA is involved big time. Not as DLC.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully it's on the game itself, and we don't have to wait and whatever, but I marked out seeing Medusa there at the potential possibility of her being in the game. And then, of course, I marked out, we spoke about it earlier, AJ Styles wearing that mask at Saturday night's main event. You have any markouts?
AJ Nakamura and Punk AJ. I did mark out for both of those matchups. And I'm marking out for Royal Rumble. I'm a huge mark for Royal Rumble. It's always my favorite event ever. Even as a kid, it was my favorite event. So I'm really looking forward to that taking place in general. Just Royal Rumble. Huge mark for it.
Well, that is Marking Out episode 782. Thank you for tuning in. You can follow us on Twitter at Markin Out, at BTTG161, at Chris Sweendog, CMSweeney85, David PTDPT, Facebook.com/MarkinOut, YouTube and Instagram MarkinOut11, ProWrestlingTees.com/MarkinOut, at Markin Out on TikTok. TikTok was very screwed up this week, and I'm hoping that it's fixed. I know one of our videos blew up a little bit. When I say blew up, it means got more than 100 likes. I got more than 100 views, I should say. It's nowhere near 100 likes. But you can follow us on Markin Out on TikTok. You could rate, review, subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, YouTube, iHeartRadio, markinout.com, and we wish you the
best of luck in your future endeavor.
Have a fantastic week.